Welcome to the 2017-18 NFHS Rules Changes and Instructional Program. Once again, the NFHS and NYSOA have partnered to produce this presentation. I am pleased to be here with Teresa Wins, Director of Sports and Officiating at the NFHS, and Ross Malone, Director, Interscholastic Division at NYSOA. Ross and Teresa will be reviewing the rules changes. The NFHS and NYSOA have a strong working relationship. This joint program is one example of how the two organizations work together throughout the year. NISOA clinicians participate in high school soccer state meetings and clinics across the country. NFHS and NYSOA want to enhance this relationship and assist the states more directly. NYSOA is committed to working with the state associations. One very important concept is to have rules interpreters and cadet supervisors within a state who are trained as clinicians. Then the presentations they make are more informative and information more readily received. If any state is interested in this one-day training session, they should contact Ross Malone for more information. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce Teresa Wins, who will provide some very interesting information about NFHS initiatives.
Thanks, John. As John mentioned, NFHS and NYSOA continue to partner on various training projects. This year, NFHS will be posting various rules information on the NFHS website. There will be detailed instruction about a rule and how it should be interpreted. The first rule currently being produced is Rule 12, Fouls and Misconduct. The next initiative is to produce various video clips with rule and mechanic interpretations included. Interscholastic officials can review these clips and then study the interpretation regarding the particular play or incident. Both of these projects are being completed with assistance from NYSOA.
Teresa and Ross have developed a very strong working relationship. NYSOA is looking forward to assisting with these and other training projects. Now here is Teresa to present the rules changes.
The first series of rule changes deal with Rule 4, Player Equipment. This year, a statement has been added to 411D to indicate that apparel worn under the jersey and/or shorts shall be a solid color matching the predominant color of the respective garment. One example would be compression shorts, which can be seen under the uniform shorts. They should be the same color. Also, a statement about compression arm sleeves has been incorporated. Since these sleeves are now being worn, they must be all alike and a solid color matching the predominant color of the jersey. Leg sleeves must meet the same requirement. 429 now provides that a soft padded headgear is permitted. We want to emphasize that no headgear can stop athletes from suffering concussions, and all sports should be played, coached, and officiated in recognition of this fact. With this addition, Rule 421 is deleted.
The referee must verify with the head coach before every game that the players are properly equipped. This includes the use of arm sleeves, leg sleeves, and goalkeeper headgear. If a player is not properly equipped, he or she must leave the field of play, and the head coach is cautioned. The safety of players is paramount, and no player should be allowed on the field with illegal or improper equipment. Also, it is imperative that any time a player shows symptoms of a concussion, the game should be stopped, and the trainer, coach, or appropriate school administrator called onto the field to attend to the player. Any player suspected of having a concussion should not return to the game. No game is so important that a player's safety should be jeopardized.
The next change deals with the officials. 523 now allows officials to utilize electronic communication devices, including buzzer, beeper flags, and headsets. This is permitted unless otherwise stated by the state association. Rule 813 now allows for the kickoff to be taken in any direction. The ball no longer needs to move forward. Rule 1013F has been added and indicates that a kickoff into the kicking team's own goal cannot result in a goal. Since kickoffs can now be in any direction, this clause has been added to be consistent with other rules that a team cannot score on itself from a free kick.
Keep in mind, after the referee signals for the kickoff and the ball is properly put into play, the referee must signal to start the clock. The clock does not start when the whistle is sounded.
The free kick rule 13.1.2 deletes the words of kickoffs and from this section that the ball must move forward. This rule also adds clarity to where free kicks are taken during temporary suspensions and offside infringements. The free kick is taken from the location of the ball when the referee stopped play. Free kicks resulting from fouls are taken from the point of the infraction, except if the foul was committed in the goal area. The indirect free kick for offside is taken from the spot where the offending player interfered with play or opponent or gained an advantage by being in that position.
The changes to the free kick rule make it clear for the referee as to where the ball is to be placed for the restart. The referee must make sure of the proper location. In addition, the referee must know how to handle an indirect free kick by the attacking team when the defense committed the foul within their own goal area. Remember, the ball is moved out to the edge of the goal area nearest the point where the foul occurred. Also, opponents can be less than 10 yards from the ball, provided that they are on the goal line and between the goal posts.
The last change clarifies the stutter step when taken of a penalty kick. The player taking the penalty kick is permitted to use a stutter step or a hesitation move provided there is no stopping and there is continuous movement towards the ball. Stutter stepping is not an interruption in movement.
When a penalty kick is awarded, the referee must make sure that the kick is properly taken so that the kick does not have to be retaken or a goal disallowed. A good mechanic is to go over the requirements with the goalkeeper and the kicker to ensure that the kick is taken properly. Also, the referee must not sound the whistle for the kick until all players are in their proper position.
This concludes the rules changes for 2017-18. There are also a few editorial changes in wording which clarify statements within the rules.
Every interscholastic official must be a student of the rules. A thorough knowledge will ensure proper interpretations on the field. Many referees also officiate at the intercollegiate and U.S. soccer levels. These laws have slight differences than the National Federation Rules Book. I encourage all officials to review the National Federation High School Rules Book on a regular basis to ensure that they do not confuse a rule during the game.
Thanks, Teresa and Ross, for the information on the rules changes. Let's take a quick rules quiz. The NFHS staff has developed several quiz questions based on discussions with the state office staff and school administrators. I will read the questions, and those watching will have time to decide which answer is correct. After a few moments, Ross will provide the correct answer with any supporting information. The amount of time to answer is limited, since all referees must make decisions quickly when on the field of play.